Alright, geezers and geezettes, we're back for the first review of 2023. It's James Cameron's Avatar, The Way of Water. Now, when I first watched Avatar in 2009, I was a lot younger than I am now. I thought it was alright. Like, the 3D was good, the effects were good. It was a groundbreaking film from a visual aspect, and it's probably still the sort of pinnacle of 3D filmmaking. So then 13 years later, we've got number 2. And I don't know about you guys, but I didn't really know anyone that was that interested in it, to be honest. And there just didn't seem to be much hype around it. It weren't the same sort of buzz as the first one. And, well, it didn't really seem like on paper it was going to make anywhere near what it has ended up making and anywhere near the first one. But a quick little rundown what happened. So we've got the baddie from number 1, General Quaritch or something like that. He died in number 1, you probably remember. The bloke with the grey hair ripped, looked like Vince McMahon when he fought Stone Cold. And this one starts off pretty much, it shows Jake Sully, Sam Worthington's character, who's now full-time Navi. 10 years has passed, he's got a family, he's got like 4 kids, or 3 kids and an adopted one, something like that, 4 and an adopted one. Can't remember. It was that forgettable. And the Sky people, the old human beings, they come back now, don't they? And this time, they don't want whatever the fuck it was before, some sort of mineral or something. This time it's some fucking juice from whales' brains. Yep, that's it. And on top of that, the baddie from number 1, he's now a fucking avatar as well somehow. Turns out before he died rather, he put all his memories onto a little microchip thing and they stick it in the fucking avatar body. Even though he fucking hated them. But anyway, he does that. He seems to get over it quick enough. He's like been alive for about 2 seconds. He goes mad for like literally about 2 seconds. He's like, oh, all right. And the next minute he's checking out his teeth and smiling in the mirror and shit. But so he wants revenge on Sully. And so we've got these 2 little storylines going on. He's after Sully and family. The fucking whalers or whatever are after this whale brain shit. So what happens is Sully takes his family out of the bloody village or whatever they live in, and they want to go to another tribe, the water tribe. So they go over there. And we're treated to literally about an hour of that fucking tropey as fuck. Like, you know, new people move to a new town and the locals don't like them at first, blah, blah, blah. We have all these scenes where the Sully kids are going swimming with, like, the main fucking tribe leaders' kids and that. And then they have a bit of beef and all this shit. And then you have the daughter who's got this prodigious like talent for fucking controlling animals underwater and all this rubbish. And you got one of the other sons of Sully, he's the like fiery one where he has a fallout with one of the boys, and they take him back to the parents. They're like, oh, apologise for what you've done, blah, blah, blah. And they fucking make up, and then they're like, oh yeah, you should come hunting with us. And they take him out to this remote part of the water, and you know what's going to happen. It's a setup. They set him up to get done over by this fucking Pandora shark thing. A giant whale saves him, and then, I kid you not, he literally has a full-on conversation with this whale. And I thought I was watching Finding Nemo or something, because I know they've made a bit of a point that there's a connection between all the living things on Pandora, and they have that thing where they plug their fucking tentacles up their arse or whatever they do to control them. But I do decided to do this, but I found it really cringy. They literally put subtitles on what the whale was meant to be saying. And there's a bit where the Sully's son is like, tell me what happened to you, like, because he's got a fin missing, this whale. And the subtitle comes up, it's too painful, and he bows his head and like closes his eye, like in the style of the old Wario I've won but at what cost meme. And it was so fucking cringe. It was straight out of Shark Tale or something like that. And then he does that thing where he plugs the tentacles in, and then next minute you see flashbacks of like these whale hunters coming after him, blah blah blah. And then we're in the present day soon after, and the whale hunters are going on another run, and they have this Australian bloke. He's so fucking hammy, the acting of him, and he's sounding with like American football vernacular, which is, I think, when you could tell the Americans wrote an Australian character, because he says that about some sort of fucking AFL style formation, and I can't remember the exact words of it or something, but imagine this along the lines of when they kill one of them, he says something like, touchdown! And it's just so fucking, it's just cringe as fuck. And then obviously Quaritch catches up with Sully eventually. They have some big smackdown. The cringy Aussie guy, who's this like whale hating hunter guy, he happens to get killed, and his arm happens to get cut off by this wire, which the bloody whale has his fin missing because of the guy, attacks the main whaling ship. And yeah, basically it's like, oh look, the fucking guy who cut off this whale's fin has just had his arm cut off by the whale. Like, it's just so like contrived, it's pathetic. And then back to Sully and the thing, he had their smackdown, and then he's also got a bloody human son on Pandora, has the bad guy, and he happens to be busy buds with the Sully clan. And at the end, he basically saves him, which is obviously got to have repercussions in the next fucking 2, 3, 4 sequels, whatever he's trying to make. And that's about it, really. Just peters out. It's an alright film. I'd probably say it's like a 6 out of 10. I weren't really bored because the visuals are enough to keep you interested, even when you've got the hour of teen angsty scenes. And at least it doesn't really try and push any like real world political agendas to the fore like a lot of these films do nowadays. So that's one bit of credit I can give it. It is a bit of a shame that James Cameron's basically devoting the rest of his life to Avatar, because I think a lot of us would have liked him to do a Terminator Future War movie. But I think he said as much himself now that he's fucking all in on Avatar till he drops now. But what can you do? Alright, I hope you'll have a lovely 2023. Happy New Year to you. Until next time, laters.